Dear students, I am going to discuss about performance appraisal and its different methods in this current module. Earlier, in a different module, we had some specific content about performance appraisal, but now in the current module, this module is mainly about the different methods of performance appraisal. But before starting different methods of performance appraisal, it is important that we should again rewind about the performance appraisal, what is performance appraisal, and why it is arranged by any HR department. When we concern about the employees of organizations, all the employees who are the subordinates, peer group, or superior group, that all are working in any organization, and HR manager, HR department is responsible to appraise all employees appraisal. Mainly, it is at the time of completion of uh, annual appraisal, you can consider it. And what's the basic difference between performance appraisal and a performance management? If we concern about performance management, then performance management is all over about the performance of not only the individuals, but it includes the performance of groups, and you can consider that it concerns about all over the inputs which are mainly in the organization, in any organization. But when we concern about the performance appraisal, then the performance appraisal is actually specific toward the employee's performance. Means if we have to arrange performance appraisal, then it is concerned toward the employees, and the groups or the organization and other inputs are not appraised in this term. And you can consider performance appraisal is one of the important activity of human resource planning, because human resource planning, which is actively performed from the time of recruitment, training, as well as retention of the employees. So under HRP, we can consider the performance appraisal, and we have uh, the ability to distinguish between the performance management and performance appraisal, because both terms are very different. And if we consider that there is performance appraisal, then you can consider it as this is a study under performance management. You can consider it as sub content under performance management, because performance management is concerned about employees, but the performance management is concerned not about the employees but also about the groups and all the inputs which have been applied from the side of the management in any organization. So let's start with some rewind of definition of performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is a systematic and objective way of judging the relative worth of ability of an employee in performing its task. Mainly, you can consider performance appraisal is about some method which have been arranged from the side of the organization, mainly from HR department, and the objective is to judge the relative worth of ability of an employee. It is considered according to the productivity of the employee, and there are several methods which have been applied to know what the ability of an employee in performing his task in proper way. If there may no performance appraisal in any organization, then it is difficult to judge about the employees. And so you can consider it as a step of different methods we will discuss in the next slide, so that HR manager can adopt several methods to appraise their employees. And that appraisal is mainly about the appraisal of their performance. And it is not necessary that appraisal will the base of the uh, increased salary or increased designation, but it is also applicable towards the different shortcomings which organizations at a department can fulfill to get new training or new skills to that employee. Because if employees are not judged from the side of HR department, then how HR manager can consider that which type of skills or shortcomings is there under any individual employee and how it can be rectified. So there are many objectives of performance appraisal, and you can consider it as systematic and objective way with the help of different performance appraisal methods. And it is actually the judging of relative worth of ability of an employee. What's the relative worth? It is actually the benefit which have been taken from the side of the organization, uh, from the side of employees. Because if one employee has been recruited in the organization, then how that employee can uh, take itself worthful toward the organization as per their ability and its performance appraisal helps to identify those who are performing their assigned tasks well and those who are not, and the reasons for such performance. You can consider that all the employees are not similarly work in any organization or a different functional department under organization, and there may some differences between the performance of two or more employees. Some employees are very productive and they are honest. They are knowing the knowledge of the job. They are considering about the quality of the production. But many employees who haven't such consideration about these inputs, they are not such honest or they are not such a knowledgeable person about their about their knowledge which is required in job. They are not the concern about the qualities of job and production. So different employees, you can consider that under any organization they have a different type of performance, and it is very important from the side of the organization that their performance must be compared and finally can identify with the help of the different performance appraisal methods. Some methods are used from the side of HR manager which is applicable to the comparison between two and more employees, but many other methods are used to appraise individually to the employee. So we have such a list of different methods, and one by one I am going to discuss in different slides of the performance appraisal methods. So let's move towards performance appraisal methods. There are several methods which are now available to assess the performance of the employee because it is very important from the side of HR manager that who is working well, who is completing their task at right time, and ultimately you can consider who has the best performance among all the employees. And it is also applied toward that employees also who have not such type of ability to uh, do the task at the right time. Means in any organization, both type of people HR manager can face, and it is very important that they must be identified that who is performing better and who is not. So a different type of methods HR manager is adopting, and these methods are mainly to assess the performance of the employee. If we consider about the performance, then it all relates toward the productivity of the employee and how employees are productive in the term of their performance. Different methods can consider to identify such type of performance. So first method is critical incident method. And in a critical incident method, the rater's attention on those critical or key behaviors that make the difference between doing a job effectively and doing it ineffectively. Let at first we should clear that who is a rater in performance appraisal of employee. there may some layer of the rater, because HR manager is not knowing the work individually towards all the employees who are working under different functional department, because in any organization there are several functional departments. You can consider it as production department, marketing department, finance department, HR department itself, quality department, purchasing department. So if there may several functional department, then it is very crucial to rate each of the employees who are working in different department under an organization. It cannot be done alone by the side of HR manager. If there may several HR executives or HR managers in HR department, but even due to the high number of employees in different functional department, this is impossible to rate personally towards all the employees. So there is some layer which is actually the successive head of that employee. If one employee has to rate, one employee has to arrange the performance appraisal, then the layer is at first his successive head. If there is one designation of production manager and who is the highest position in that functional department, and under him there are several assistant manager, engineer, as well as supervisor, then that production manager can applicable to rate their employees itself, because HR manager has ultimately uh, give the direction to that production manager to rate their different employees under a single functional department. Similarly, if there is production manager, if there is a designation of marketing manager, then different type of assistant marketing manager, or you can say a sales executive and other employees who are working in a marketing department, the rater will be the successive head who is the highest designation in that department. And you can consider that if the designation is marketing manager, then that marketing manager will be the rater of all employees working in the department of marketing. So if there is the position of rater, then that all managers or superiors who have been given the direction from the side of the HR manager, you can consider that they become the rater to all the employees. And what they rate under the critical incident method, mainly the rater's attention will be on the critical and key behavior of all the employees, which is responsible towards the job effectively done from their employee or not. And sometimes you can consider it, is the job finished effectively or ineffectively, because it is a matter from the side of the rater that their work must be complete effectively, and if there is no efficiency from the side of the employees, individual employees, then the work can finish, but it is finished ineffectively, means the outcome may some other things, means not in positive way, where other employees did that job very effectively and uh, give different type of benefits towards the departmental manager, and it is ultimately get benefit for the organization. A list of critical incidents on a given employee provides a rich set of examples. Means you can consider that on which factors of job efficiency the rater will arrange such type of critical incident method of performance. There are several critical incidents, means you can consider it as if there is some situation towards the manager that one employee who have been assigned to complete that work did that work very effectively in right time, and in comparison to him other employee did not, and if did the work but very ineffectively. So such type of critical incidents may face from the side of the manager who is currently the rater of the employee. Means HR manager is not facing such type of critical incident because HR manager is not present every time during the work of the employee. But what's the successive head who is manager of different subordinates, who is actually knowing all the situations when he or she has been given different type of tasks to their employees, then if they are not able to do effectively, then he or she can rate that employee. It means all the time he has to not rate, but when there is the time of performance appraisal, then he can document it that all the critical incident and may input such type of performance of employees in that performance appraisal document. So if we are considering about different type of behavior, which type of behavior the manager can face, that some employees may the positive attitude towards completing any complex work. If you can consider the job of employee, then every time different type of complexity may occur, and those employees who have the positive attitude to complete that works very effectively, then those can rate highest from the side of rater. And suppose some employees have no positive attitude, and they have such negative attitude that all the time they are not giving interest to work with such complex situation. Means if there may some complex situation, they feel that other may do this work or their manager can do this, and individually he is not such interested due to different type of problem, like if he has no knowledge about their job or other lack of skills, or if their behavior even is not cooperative, then these all type of incidents can rate from the side of the manager, immediate manager, who is currently the rater. And at the time of performance appraisal, he can feel about different type of performance of different subordinates who are working under him towards the HR department. Next performance appraisal method is checklist. Very easily you can consider checklist that there may different type of behavioral descriptions, and that all behavioral descriptions have a yes or no responses. Means yes or no responses. Suppose uh, evaluator, who is the successive manager of that all subordinate to whom he has to rate or evaluate, has been provided a document from the side of HR department. That is actually the checklist, and there may several behavioral items. It may in the form of the work efficiency or job knowledge or time management, attitude. There may several behavioral descriptions the HR department has been printed in that document, and that document will provide to the to the manager of the subordinates. Then ultimately evaluator or rater or that manager who can use that document to feel yes or no responses on, because if you are considering the HR department itself to feel that, then it is again impossible, because there are more than 200 or 500 employees, and a single HR department cannot fill all the responses from the side of all the employees. Hence, if their immediate boss, who is evaluator of all employees, have to fill that document, and there may some questions as per the behavioral descriptions. Means you can take example like who is efficient. Suppose a single document is filled from the side of the manager toward the employee ABC, and he filled about ABC that he is efficient. Yes, means there is two type of option, yes or no, and he has to tick one response. If some other employee has been evaluated from the side of evaluator, and that time if suppose the second employee who is XYZ, then employee evaluator has the ability to tick that answer, that is that employee efficient, then he can take response about no. So different type of responses the evaluator can give as per the document of checklist which have been provided by HR department. And after completion of all checklist from all the employees from the side of individual HR manager, then that checklist is passed to HR department, and HR department uh, is responsible to evaluate all the checklist, and the final evaluation can then be returned to the rating manager for discussion with the support. HR department has different methodology which he can which the department can apply, and after application of this all the methodology, final evaluation prepared from the side of HR department, and that final evaluation towards the subordinates, all the subordinate who has been rated from the side of manager is provided from the side of HR manager toward the rating manager, and then rating manager is responsible to discuss all the types of evaluation or shortcomings with their subordinate, because that all documents are easily fulfilled by different behavioral descriptions, and even a rating manager has been give different yes or no response towards their employees, towards their subordinates, but finally evaluation will be uh, finished from the side of department, and final document will be discussed from the side of rating manager towards all the subordinate. You can consider it as that rating manager or the boss can discuss with their subordinate about different type of shortcomings or good things towards their employees who is working under him in that organization. So moving forward, the next method of performance appraisal method. The third performance method is rating skill method. Graphic rating skill method. It is considered as the oldest method, and this is mainly applicable towards the all HR manager who is practicing such type of method in very fast times. The assessor what's in a graphic rating skill, the assessor goes down the list of factors including quantities and quality of work, job knowledge, cooperation, dependability, loyalty, attendance, honesty, integrity, attitude, initiative, etc., and note the point along the scale. It you can consider it as when there is a situation of a method of checklist, then only yes and no response is given from the side of rater. But now what's in graphic rating skill? In graphic rating skill, there are a different type of factors, and that all factors which is given in the list is to point in a scale from the side of rater or the from the side of the boss of employee, and this scale will be typically with a 5-point scale or 10-point scale. You can easily consider that what the 5-point or 10-point scale it is from the side of satisfaction to dissatisfaction from the side of employees about any factor like you can consider that quality of work. And if there is 5 point, then the 5 point may from the point 1 to point 5, and point 1 is like less uh, knowledge of quality of work, and 5 will be the highest knowledge of the quality work. And if there is 10 point, then again you can consider that 1 is worst point and 10 is best point. So if the rater is adopting such type of graphic rating scale, then he is supposed to give the 5 to 10 points upon all the quantity and quality of work, all the factors which has been listed in this slide under quality and quantity of work: job, knowledge, cooperation, dependability, loyalty, attendance, honesty, and etc. And if we are considering such type of graphic rating scale, then different type of factors you can consider it as in a checklist or in a critical incident method as per the performance behavior, that all are considering under the performance behavior. Because if somebody has good quantity and quality of work, then you can consider it under the performance behavior. And if manager has to rate by other uh, appraisal method like checklist and critical incident method, then these performance behavior can be indicated in that method also, and there may other term to rate that, because in a checklist there was yes and no response only, but now in graphic rating scale there is the 5 to 10 point scale, and as per the points, the rater has to give the point to the individual employees upon all the factors, because who is immediate boss? Immediate boss is the rater, and rater knows all the terms about all the employees who are working under him. Next method of performance appraisal is forced choice method, and it is a special type of checklist, but the rater has to choose between two or more statements. You can consider it is like when we are comparing with checklist to the forced choice method, then in checklist there was only yes or no response. But in forced choice method, this is actually a special type of checklist where the rater has to choose between two or more statements. Means that document will again provided from the side of HR department, and different type of behavioral performance behavior are indicated in that document, that is the concerned employee is good in quality of work or quantity of work, is employee honest, is employee productive, and such other factors. The HR manager, HR department can prepare different of statements. And if there are different statements based upon a different behavioral performance behavior, then what's the major thing in this post choice method? The rater, who is the manager of the employees, has to choose the rate, choose the statement. Two or more statement has been given from the side of HR manager upon each and every factor. Then HR manager is responsible to give the direction to the rater or the manager that he or she may choose the statement towards the employees. Means you can consider that towards all employees, the different statements can choose from the side of manager differently because all employees who is working under him are not doing constant work or a same work. There may some differences so that such type of statement can choose from the side of a rater which is applicable toward that individual employee. Group order rating. Group order rating is such method where evaluator or rater to place employee into a particular classification. Such classification is such as top one-fifth, who are top one-fifth position in that department, or who are second one-fifth. If there are 5 employees, then who is in first position in their department. Suppose if there are 20 employees, then who are uh, top 4 employees. So such type of classification is formed from the side of evaluator, and you can consider that ultimately this type of group order rating can use from the side of HR department very precisely, because what's the disadvantage of previous methods? In previous methods, uh, there is no comparison between the employees. If there are critical incident method, checklist, or group rating skill method, in that all method, it is not uh, applicable toward the comparison of 2 employees. But now what is the group order rating? In group order rating methods of performance appraisal, it may specifically give the comparison of all the employees who is working in any particular department, particular functional department. And you can consider it as if a rater has 20 subordinates, manager has 20 subordinates, then only 4 can be in a top fifth. Of course, 4 must also be relegated to the bottom fifth. Since all the 20 subordinate has to rate, then it is very necessary from the side of the manager that all 20 subordinate must be rated from his side, and it is by default that if there are top 4 employees, then it will must that there will be 4 laggard employee as well, because somebody is in top 4 in 20 employees, then it is very simple that other ranking of the employee will be 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and so on till the 20. So you can consider it as that there will be 4 bottom level employees as well. So this is group rating, group order rating